Welcome to another beautiful episode of the Hustler's Diary. I am Delalom, and right here we are doing the Hustler's business. Here we open the Hustler's Diary and we dig deep into the naughty, the very fine, and all of the ugly stuff, and we learn from them all. Today we have one wonderful brother in the person of Mr. Felix Appiah of Trisolis Company Limited. Trisolis is all over the place. Trisolis is in the north, in the south, in the east. You come, he's here, and almost everywhere. Today we are privileged to have a one-on-one with him on the Hustler's Diary. We're taking a quick commercial break. When we come back, we go into the diaries of Mr. Felix Appiah. Thank you.
In a world full of hardships, you need a word to keep moving. Do you believe success is for the unfainting? Are you aware that most lasting successes were earned through hard lessons? Then join Delalom and a host of successful local and international entrepreneurs who through hustling are breaking every hurdle and making many proud. Grab your seat and don't forget your tissue and come listen as they tell the hard stories behind their journey to success. Make a date with us on the Hustler's Diary this and every Sundays between 4:30 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. where we unmask potentials and promote entrepreneurship.
Thank you for staying with us. You are welcome here back on the Hustler's Diary. And today we are interacting live with the Trisolis man himself. He's such a wonderful person. In fact, his name, today I'm going to dig into the what came about, why the name Trisolis. It's really a beautiful name. And so you're welcome, Mr. Felix.
Thank you very much.
Maybe COVID nasi say Nanado say we can mingle,
Yes.
right?
Exactly.
Okay, Felix is a very wonderful brother from afar. We've known each other for quite a while now.
Yes.
A very wonderful and innovative person, taking farming to another level altogether. He's actually taken Ghana to the international platforms. And today we are privileged. So we want to really appreciate you for coming. And we want you to tell us just a bit about yourself before anything else. Who is Trisolis? No, who is Mr. Felix before the business?
Okay, so my name is Felix Appiah, like you rightly said. I started business in 2015 when after school. I'm a trained civil engineer, by the way, but I am now a bona fide farmer. So after school, I started doing a bit of computing, and then I saw that there were a lot of contracts out there. So I started doing contract farming, and that is what basically we are into now. Yes.
Wow.
I am a family man. I have 3 daughters, and yeah, I'm married as well. So yeah.
Wow, that is really exciting. You know why I'm smiling? Last week we had one guest who has an all-male children. I think about 3 children. And so having you with 3 beautiful female, I mean, it's kind of, we're trying to compete.
We'll do a collaboration.
A collaboration,
yes.
That should be very beautiful. So basically, please tell us about how did the business, how did all of these, the farm and all that started?
Okay. So some of us know that we were born to sometimes do something better in the community. So when I was in school, I saw that I was, called to do something sort of better, basically. So in school, I learned I was very excellent in everything that I did, and then I knew that I should excel, basically. So after school, I decided that why should I compete with the same people?
System,
in the same sort of jobs. So I decided to create jobs for other people as well. So in 2015, we went to an interview and I saw most of my classmates, civil engineering, Anglo Gold Ashanti, we're all sitting there. And then they would say, well, why are you here? You said you are smart.
You are not supposed to be here, right?
So I said, yeah, you guys are right. So I actually left and then gave myself the challenge that why don't I start something unique? Since I deem myself to be unique, why don't I take a different path? So that is what we started. So trisolus basically means that if you have tried all others
Okay.
and it has failed, solace is a place of comfort, a place of security, a place of well-being.
Whoa, you
So
got me
if you
there.
have tried everything and it has failed,
Try solace.
try solace.
You are damn creative, man.
Yeah,
That's beautiful. And you know, it's never crossed my mind that
Yes,
this is what
yeah.
you. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and
you're
people also
already.
say try, like in three, which is
Okay.
the God,
Yeah,
the Father,
sure.
the Son. So either way, it fits in. So it's either you try or the Trinity,
Okay.
and then a solace.
Are you a
Yeah.
spiritual person?
No, I've actually never been to church. Never, my mom never sent me to church. My dad never either. So we are free spirits.
Free
So
spirits.
our family, for instance, some are fetish priests, some are pastors, some are.
Whoa,
So
a
we're a
mixture
mixture
of
of everything.
everything.
But I chose a different path.
Okay, so
I
what are
believe
you?
that we work with our hands.
Okay.
Everything we are in life, we are given from here to your heart, to your hands.
Definitely.
Everything. Even in the Bible, it says that I came to you and you didn't help me. And they asked, who?
Exactly.
Human being.
Exactly.
Everything talks about your fellow human.
Definitely.
So to me, I deem humans as gods.
I see.
Because if I fall down now,
Who
it's
helps?
not an angel that is coming in.
Okay.
It's you saying, bring water. Bring maybe gobe. The guy is hungry.
Exactly.
Something like that. So I deem humans
Yeah.
as gods. And I revere humans because it's also said that those you meet on your way up
Definitely.
are the same people who catch you on your way down.
Exactly.
So I am not a religious person. I believe in hard work. I believe in if you prepare and you meet an opportunity, people call it grace.
Exactly.
I call it hard work.
I see. That is so beautiful. People call it grace. He
Yeah.
calls it hard work. And how would you describe yourself in a brief term? How would you describe yourself?
I have learned a few in life. I believe I'll term myself as a quote unquote a no nonsense person. Sort
no
of,
nonsense man.
Because
Sure.
to me, people go to parties. I don't have friends.
Mm-hmm.
I have people I mingle with on business terms. I go to places for economic value.
Okay.
But I don't really go and stay in one place for 8 hours just to booze or to drink. No, I don't do that.
I love
so
that.
people think that I'm a bit antisocial, but when it comes to business, people love me because I am a straightforward kind of person. I don't dilly dally. I just go straight. Let's do this. Let's
Okay.
talk. No externals, basically. So that is basically myself. I'm a family man as well. I love staying with my family because I realize that as we take this mantle of trying to be worthy in life, you
Sure,
have to also build a relationship that in the end, it is the family that you actually fall on
Sure.
for your exit,
Definitely.
wherever you are going before you die, etc. Everything, that is the family taking care of you, your children, your everything, That is what I believe in.
Would you say you are an extrovert or an introvert? What are you?
Okay, so I think it depends on the setting, right?
I see.
So if I am sitting in a lobby waiting for someone, I'm sort of thinking of my odds and everything, I don't talk.
I
But
see.
once I get thrown into the meeting and someone asks, "Oh, how did this happen?" Then I
You
all of a
start
sudden
gushing
spontaneously
it out.
become an extrovert.
I see.
I think it's dependent on the setting that I
Okay.
find myself. Yeah.
Wow, it depends on the setting. And on this note, I would love that we take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we still get an interactive with Mr. Trisolis. Stick tuned. Welcome from that quick commercial break. I am Delalom. You can call me Dela and I'll gladly respond to you. I have the Trisolis man himself here. I know you know the name already. He's almost all over the place. If you've not seen him on your screens, then you're not a screen person. So, but I want you to remember that this show has been made possible by Lead Masters Events and more. Lead Masters Events has in store a lot of beautiful packages for you having your funeral, having a party, having a wedding, having a naming ceremony, whatever event have you. You can get in touch with them and they will wonderfully serve you. I know you would love them. And also our travel and logistics. Our travel and logistics is taking you straight to Dubai in case you have the desire to stay and work in Dubai or go for a business tour in Dubai. Our is ready to aid you. Right under that screen, you can find their contacts and then get in touch with them for a wonderful business deal. We also have Kentom Estates in case you have the plans to own your own house, an estate of whatever form you want to have it. Kentom Estate will help you get a quality building fixed within the shortest possible time. We have this and many more. Our Urban Foods also is on board, helping us with all of our food needs. In case you have any event, wherever you are, just give them a call and then they will serve you beautifully. We are still here with the Trisolase man, my own Mr. Felix. Mr. Apia, are you of the view that the choice of business name has effect or impact on the business? Do you have any say about that?
Yes, definitely. So with respect to a lot of names that I have seen, and specifically ours, I think it has helped us a lot. A lot of people, sometimes it's a conversation piece. Okay. You know, people ask, wow, why the name? I haven't seen anything like it, you know. Is it a name? Is it coined out of an acronym, something? And then I explain it, and automatically they feel like, you know, they are in a safer place, basically, definitely, because of the name, and that is a conversation piece. So names have effects, you know, and then I think it's high time the names should also do away with most companies that are just coined for one person. That brings the company back, or it limits the capacity of the company. Let's look at something. So most of the trainings I've had with British Council, for instance, they talk about succession plans.
Exactly.
So if you are thinking about just you, Kweku Menu company or Kwame Adams company only, then it means when you are no more,
the business
it becomes a memorial company. Exactly. But if it is not based on you, then it means you are thinking for the future. Sure. So names are actually one of the best things you should do before you even think of a business plan.
I see.
Yes.
It should be part of the prelim.
Exactly. Because what it does is that it gives you a focus or a path. So if yours is a religious one, then it means that you are not going to do any bad stuff that will tarnish, you know. So it means that it gives you, so if someone says, okay, we'll steal metals and turn it into scrap or something, then you know, no, my business name means saint or something. It means that I cannot do
into that.
Exactly. So I think that is part of it. Yes,
it's part of it. Okay, what would you say are your weaknesses and your strength?
Okay, so my weakness, basically, I think I'm a perfectionist. Okay. Whether I like being so perfect at things that it steals my sleep, basically. So most of my companies, I have cameras monitoring, especially on the farm, like the pepper farms, the snail farms. We have cameras monitoring the snails, their motion sensors. So anything that moves in there, the camera captures.
We're going to talk about that.
Every year, or every day, at the end of the day, when I'm supposed to sleep, I spend hours reviewing all the two farms we had. The big one, the small one, everything, the snails and the pepper. I have to review all that. And that actually steals a lot of my sleep.
Wow.
And for my strength, basically, I think when I speak, people listen. Okay. So I make it a point to be impactful, not just use my mouth for bad stuff, but be impactful towards other people.
I see.
Be a motivational person towards other people. Sometimes I just meet someone in the traffic, I won't buy from you, but I will say, hey man, I know things are not so great, but it will happen. Then everyone thinks I'm a pastor. You know, they're saying, he said this, and then I started getting sales, etc. You know, so that is basically one of my strong points.
I see. That is so beautiful, and that is the Trisolase man, Mr. Pia, right there. Mr. Pia, we want to know, do you foresee anybody handling your business, your present business, better than yourself in probably the next few years to come?
Yes, definitely. So like I said, I've always been a selfless person. I believe that business is not for you.
Definitely.
indirectly, the government even owns a certain portion of it through taxes. So if you are a limited liability company, it is not a sole proprietorship. It is not yours.
Exactly.
That's why when you buy cars and do all that, and you think the company is no more, so you are going to keep it, no. The government will step in and use that to liquidate and do other things. So I, for instance, have a few succession plan. I'm very interested in women empowerment. So I have a lady called Rhoda who is at the Dansoman facility. She is a computer person.
Okay.
And then I believe that she is more capable in running this because there's a lot of investment aimed towards women.
Okay.
And a lot of investment aimed towards IT and technology. And she has all these too. She's a woman and she's very well vested in IT.
I see.
So she would just do that and get a lot of funding for the company. So in the very near future, I'm looking at just restricting myself to research and development and letting her run the
handle
whole,
the physical aspect. But beside Rhoda, do you see another person aiding in that regard?
Yes, I have my girls. So my younger girls, we've started coding. So they now know how to do small apps. Now if you ask them a question, have you eaten? Yes, then it gives you a few options.
I see.
That is the future basically. The future is IT and agric.
Exactly.
No matter what you do, IT is going to take over. But there wouldn't be a case where IT can manufacture food straight from the PC and give it to you. You still have to eat. Even if you are a cyborg, there will be part of you that would need sustenance.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
that's why we believe that IT and agric are the best merger. And that's why we use a lot of technology in our company as well.
Wow. Do you think that IT technology has been well infused in agriculture in Africa here?
Well, it depends on who you are asking because I know the government, for instance, is trying to bring in a lot of IT, but you go and then there are the municipals and all that sitting just rusting. I don't know why that is, but maybe the people do not have the requisite knowledge to run it, or maybe it is politics or it's something else. Okay. But we, for instance, we use a lot of technology. We are using drones. We are using satellite monitoring equipment. We are also using CCTV cameras and motion detection. So we built a facility for a client, for instance, and people were coming in to steal. And he placed CCTV there, they still weren't catching anyone. But when we put motion detection in there, so when you pass, it's like a light. When you walk through and it breaks the light, it gives an alarm.
I see.
And then the cameras tend to where the alarm pointed. And they saw that the guy who was taking care of the thing was the same guy stealing everything.
Whoa.
So technology is very good, especially if you know how to use it. We use technology like the cameras, high resolution cameras, to study the snails. So when you put food in there, you see which the snails will draw a lot of them into. That means that they love that food.
Okay.
So you do a mixture of that or secrete the smell of that and add it to other food so that they will equally eat that. And we use drones. So our 50-acre pepper farm, for instance, if it was human spraying that pesticide, it would take them 14 days.
I see.
And that will mean that part of the plants will be dead. But the drone uses just 2 hours to spray 20 acres. A drone that has 16 liters of pesticide goes up in the air. You don't even drive it. You just click on it and then you just stand there. It goes around, sprays everything and come back when the payload is finished, and you put in another one and it goes back to start exactly where
it stopped.
It stopped.
Whereas
humans, they are paid per plant. So when you are watching, they'll do excellent work, but immediately they run to the other side and say, "Oh, I've done all this part."
Yeah, that reminds me of an experience. Now, a biological brother paid a visit to a family, and this family had a farm then, and he went in to aid. Apparently, this guy was tired. Oh, kana ubi wow. So they gave him a couple of maize to go and do the sowing. Oba asa It's like the guy is working, so everybody was applauding. Not, they waited until the time when the maize started coming up. Then they saw that the guy had done a real wicked work.
Yes.
Okay, and so this is what you are saying.
Yes.
Humans, in that regard, can actually disappoint.
Exactly.
But I think with technology,
it doesn't.
Wow. We really love your business. It's exciting and it's intriguing. I would want to probably pay a visit to your farms.
Sure.
And where do you have your farms?
Okay, so we are into contract farming.
Okay.
We have the snails contract in Dansoman.
Okay.
Where we have built for people about 47 greenhouses.
I see.
That we raise large snails or commercial or structured snails. And then we are doing 50 acres of pepper in Kwewu, which is at Betifi, where we have the 50-acre pepper farm, basically for export. All our produce are for export.
Why not locally? You don't target the local market?
So when it comes to commercial farming, market is key. Market is the first thing you need to look at. And then when you go on the market to source market, people cannot give you a written agreement. They can only do a verbal agreement. Like, oh, if you bring but then when it gets there, they'll tell you, oh, sure. But foreign companies sign, do due diligence, send you sometimes even payments that put it there. Yes, use it to offset some of your debt and then grow this for me.
Okay.
So that's why most people would prefer foreign than local. Market. But I mean, we are local people. Sometimes we should also, well, I hope you've made a slot, you've provided a slot where the Ghanaian market could also have a fair share of your produce, because we can't have a scenario where this morning I was listening to the news and people were complaining of shortage of food in Accra, some part of Accra. And one minister was saying that it's not the situation everywhere in Ghana, it's just in Accra. The reason being that, I mean, he gave a lengthy explanation, but I believe this should be one of the reasons why somebody would complain. And I mean, we are Ghanaians and we're trying to make life better for us here first. And I said, excuse me, but I say you're both free. So we should probably, going forward, look at that and tackle that. I would want us to take a quick breaker here. When we come back, we are still in here with Mr. Appiah. Stay tuned. Welcome from that quick commercial break. Remember, this is the Hustler's Diary, and today we are privileged to get into the diaries of Mr. Appiah Felix, the Trisolace man. His company is Trisolace Company Limited. And Mr. Appiah, quickly, we would love that you tell us about your products and your services specifically. Okay, so we are into mechanization and contract farming.
Okay.
So we go on to the market, like on the internet basically, and then you look for people that need specific things. So we, for instance, have contracts for 4 products. We have for snails.
Okay.
The snails, the quantity they want is so large that we cannot do it alone.
Okay.
That's why we are building greenhouses for other people. And on the other side, we have the pepper, which we also got the contract online.
Okay.
So it's a Japanese firm that needs almost 450 tons of pepper per month. And that is a lot. That is 50 acres per every month. Wow. So imagine the whole year you need about almost 1,000 acres. But we are able to only do 50 acres for the year.
For the year?
Yes.
Presently?
Presently, that is what we're doing. And we're also having a snake farm.
A snake farm?
Yes, a snake.
Are you not scaring me already?
No. So we look at the economic value of stuff and not really what people think.
Exactly.
When people come on our farm, they say, oh, yeah, Juju, he's using it for, something dubious. But it's actually very, very expensive. One snake is sold for 800 cedis. And one snake can lay 60 eggs.
That's a go.
One. And they lay 3 times in a year.
Okay.
So worst case, even if I'm getting 10 eggs per each session, that is 30 times 800 cedis.
And I hope these are tamed
yes.
reptiles.
Pythons don't bite.
Oh, okay.
They are not poisonous, actually.
They swallow.
Yes, they can, especially if you are something small. But
Okay.
as a human, they can't even challenge you. They will love to run away, but they
Okay.
all our pythons are tamed.
Okay.
And they are also very good. We use them as a form of pest control on the
Okay.
farm. So their fecal matter, when you grind it up and then you spray around, I don't know, there's this phenomenon that when a bigger dog or a smaller dog smells the urine of a bigger dog, it turns like that, tries to see where the dog is and runs away.
Really?
Because every animal has markers in their fluid. So they use it to mark their territory.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the snakes, when you spray that and other rodents like rats and mice smell that, they run away. So it is only on our farms that we don't have grass cutters coming to cut down our plants. And people say, that is why people say I'm a juju person, because there are
they
no
don't know
animals
the
attacking,
philosophy behind.
attacking our farms. And it's just because we are doing natural pest control.
I see.
Using the snail's
I
fecal
think
matter.
it's about knowledge. What
Exactly.
do you think?
Yes.
Now we see things and we condemn them, yet this is the real deal behind the scenes.
And we're also trying to use that to set up a petting zoo. Because when we went there and people saw that we had snakes, which are tamed, they would come in their numbers, coming to just see. And we tell them about snakes that do not bite, and they say, oh, they've never heard that snakes
it's not possible.
don't. Yes.
I was just asking.
So that's knowledge, and teaching the younger people so that they get interest in certain things like that. Conservation. We conserve knowledge and tell them that this is also another form of business.
Definitely.
You can raise animals for people to come and see.
Wow, this is, and it's so exciting. I mean, you are another man altogether. Trust me, I haven't interacted with businesses and with people, but always when we are talking, I get something different from him. And I think today has not been any different day. And so we really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Basically, you are saying that you have the snail farm, you have your services,
The pepper, and then we do greenhouses.
The greenhouses
as well, and then we have the snakes.
Keeping.
Yes, which are sold for either their leather, that is their skin, or most people buy the fat of the snake. That is also another money on its own. Yes,
value.
And then the bones are also sold on the market for people. Yeah, so every part of the snake.
You see, there are people have this business eye, but it looks like you have beyond what I have encountered so far. You are really you are challenging.
Yes.
You know that you are really a challenging person, and I love that you are here on the Hustler Show. But it hasn't been rosy all throughout, has it?
No.
Yes. So have you had any challenges? I mean, what has been some of the challenges along the course of your entrepreneurship journey?
Okay, so after school, which I went to Kumasi Technical University.
Okay.
I did civil engineering, BTech.
Okay.
I'm trained civil engineer, but I haven't used it a day, for the exception of the greenhouses that we built.
Okay.
So after school, we went to Anglo Gold Ashanti.
Okay.
To do my national service, and there, I didn't have anything. My mom was a single mom because my dad died very early.
I see.
11 years I started doing stuff like going for mate, conductor.
Yeah.
We were staying at Bremine, so Bremine to KJTR, I was a conductor.
So you
for
are actually
month.
a Kumasi guy?
Yes.
Wow, a Kumasiano.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from there, I started hustling.
Oh, okay.
Basically, because my mom didn't have any girl to cook, to do, so we shared the chores amongst ourselves.
How many
the
were
guys.
you?
We are 3 boys actually. So this is ironic.
Listen, what is happening here? 3 boys is against your 3 girls.
Exactly. So my mom gave 3 boys, and I am now doing 3 girls.
Okay, I hope you're going to add up some days soon.
No, really. I think it's I just have to hang my coat there and then move on to something else.
This is honestly, I am intrigued by every facet of your story. And so how did it continue from there?
So from there, I went to GHS.
Okay.
After GHS, I didn't have any clue where I wanted to go because there was no one to help.
Definitely.
And then I skipped school 1 whole year just to be a conductor. We moved back to Atonsu here, which is around Asqua here, Atonsu. And then we were doing mate, the same conductor.
I see.
Katie Aroma, Katie Aroma.
Which year was this?
This was in SHS, I think it was 206,
206.
up to 208.
I
Yes,
see.
that timeline. Yeah, 208. Yes,
208,
and then
okay.
I was one of the best students in Chapatre. I went to government.
Yes,
Even if you hear the name, you know, Chapatre, and then I went there and I was one of the best students so far.
Okay.
I don't know if someone has broken my record for that, but I got 6 once at that time.
Wow.
Yes. And then, so everyone was expecting that I go to school very fast and then, you know, get the best of everything. But we were so poor, I couldn't know, I didn't even have an idea that I could do anything.
Wow.
So I started doing the mate, conducting, up and down, up and down, up and down. And one day, a lady was sitting in the car, she was frustrated, and I was reading something around her shirt, and she's like, "Can you read?" Or is it, you know, she thought I was doing something, I was watching something. And I said, "No, I can actually read."
I see.
And she said, "Wow," it was psychological, you know, those big words, and she didn't expect me to be
know
able
the
to.
word.
Exactly. And I even explained it.
I see.
And she was like, "Why are
Surprised.
you know, here? There's a school called Armed Forces.
Okay.
I am part of the technical people there. I can give you a sort of a way in, and then you can pay your school fees as and when. You can pay it in bits and installment."
Yeah.
I said, "Really?" She said, "Yes. Whenever you are from school, you can come and do a month in this mate and still used to." So I started. I went
was a
there.
good deal, yeah.
Yes. And I even went without school uniform for the first year.
Oh, okay.
Yes, anytime a teacher was in, "What are you doing here?" As well, "I'm a student." You know, he said, "Oh, as well, Miss Apia said that you can, you know, come and."
Oh, okay. She
yes, she
was
even
an
had.
Apia.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She had my
Okay.
namesake, you know. So after that, I still continued with the mate, and went to, at that time it was Polytechnic. Even at the Polytechnic level, I was still a mate conductor.
He was still me.
Yes, and that was when I bought
actually.
my first car.
I see.
So I bought, I knew that we were making a lot of money, but the car owner wasn't getting anything. So I said, if I can man my own car, that means I can make a lot of money.
But it looks like you are already a business-born somebody.
Exactly. I see, other people see problems.
Exactly.
I see solutions.
Exactly.
So for the snakes, for instance, I saw 2 snakes
Okay.
where we were clearing. They said, "Well, let's kill it." Yeah, for their money. So I said, "No, these are couples. So definitely they are going to lay eggs or do something like that.
Yeah.
So let's pick them." And then I went online. People were buying their skin of the snakes and buying smaller snakes for exorbitant prices. 800 cedis up to 2,000 cedis. I said, "Wow, this is a business." So we just created a shed, feed them small mice, the same mice that will be affecting us. And then now a business was born.
Just like that.
Exactly. So from the Polytechnic, I was still doing that. And I nearly got sucked into the conducting business because I was getting a lot of money than, you know. And I figured, why then should I continue?
Exactly.
But I said, no, there's something bigger ahead. Basically, we need education. It's part of that. You know, people ask me sometimes, is education, like lack of it, is it good? I know people have made it without education, but there's a difference.
It is toxic.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
Without education, your level of experience for certain things diminishes. And then the empathy, the form of empathy you have is on a different level. So with education, I will know definitely when I meet my fellow student who is not employed, I know what they are going through. But, you know, other people would have a different scenario anyway. So with that from Polytechnic, I was still doing that, doing the conducting. Yes. And then I bought another car.
I see.
The second car.
Oh, car too.
Yeah. At the and sometimes I'll see my mates and I'll just say, "Oh, Monfa, it's okay," you know. And I was still, they thought I would be shy, you know. And then I felt so confident in there, and that was how come I got excited about talking in public.
Yes, in public.
And that helped me a lot because whenever I see a lot of people, I just crack jokes.
I see.
And then I get used to them and I take them.
Wow.
And we speed, basically.
So basically that was how it all began.
Yes. And even after Polytechnic, we went and I was posted at Anglo Gold Ashanti.
Okay.
And they said...
For your service,
right? They said some of us should pay so that we get drafted into the senior staff, etc. And someone, because I was so close and I always break the ice, someone told me, no, the company is going into redundancy. I shouldn't pay.
see.
And when I said, the boys say, "Oh, we don't have prepare," you are always thinking about money, you know.
Yes,
And
because
then,
of bet you auntie.
exactly.
You
So
want to
I'm
tell a
seeing
lie.
that, yeah. And then, right after they paid 2 months, the company went into redundancy.
You see?
And because the guy told me I had already gotten a replacement at Complex Education in Obuasi,
Okay.
where I was an IT person. I didn't even know anything about
IT then.
back then. But then the man said you can learn and teach. These are all old people. They don't know IT. And then I
You
took
see,
the
oh?
mantle. Yes.
Yeah.
So I was training even the older people, buying laptops for them. So that was my second business.
Wow.
After the cars and the,
stuff,
yes,
yeah.
I sold one of the cars, and then I got a place in Obuasi, you know, maintained it, and that was what I was
But
doing.
you have been around for a while.
Yes.
You have really been around for, I mean, looking at where you took it from, and he's a hustler.
Okay.
And on this note, we will take a quick commercial break. When we come back, remember we are still here with Mr. Pierre. Please stay tuned. Welcome from that quick commercial break. Remember, we are still here on the Hustler's Diary. Today, we have the honor to dive into the diaries of Mr. Felix Appiah. Mr. Felix Appiah is the CEO, I hope I'm right,
Yeah.
CEO of Trisolace Company Limited. And Trisolace is diving into businesses that is beyond, I mean, the ordinary Ghanaian's imagination. He's actually into snake rearing, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Do you train these snakes yourself? Are you a tamer?
Yes. So yes and no. So I learned a lot about them myself. So I train people as well.
Okay.
So the good thing is with animals is that they are very loyal to who gives them food.
Okay.
So even dogs,
Yeah.
that's why wild dogs, there's one person that feeds them,
Yeah.
so that every other person, they will back at you or protect the place.
Exactly.
The same thing with snakes. So where they get the food, even if we release them, they come back to where they get their feed on time.
I see.
Even the 6, they are always there on 6. They know time so well and can sense that their food is available, that they always come to that spot.
Wow.
So they don't harm the person that feeds them. That's the good thing with animal. I wish animal could have hands and then they would do all our work.
The
We
magic.
wouldn't need security.
I see. This is really insightful. So basically, are they friendly? Can people come close enough?
Yes. So pythons do not bite.
So that is the snake type you have.
The types that we have, they are not. These are not cobras. Cobras can bite you and you will die. But pythons will not bite
Okay,
you.
you only have pythons.
Yes, we only raise pythons.
Okay.
They are so docile.
Okay.
They don't attack. They don't do anything. So they just swallow things.
Okay.
So and anything that is bigger than them, they won't attack because they know they cannot swallow it. So they can only
And
do
obviously,
rats.
you are bigger than them.
Excellent. I am way bigger than them.
What is the size? The size of
there is the feet that we know of. So I have a 21 feet.
Okay.
And I have a 19 feet. And I have about 6 of them on the farm. So one of these days I will invite you.
You are strange, you know that?
I will invite you to the farm.
I can't go close.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, but we can see them,
Exactly.
touch them. They are okay. Yeah. They are very tame.
But what do you do at your leisure? You seem to be a broad person. What do you do at your leisure?
Okay, so most minds read books. I do documentaries.
I see.
Documentaries are insightful, very excellent. They give you ideas on how things are done. Basically, someone who has quote unquote wasted their life, like sometimes 20 years.
Okay.
I watched a lady who used to stay with apes, that is
Okay.
monkeys.
Yeah.
She spent 20 years.
Staying with
She
them.
came from, I think, Europe, stayed there for 20 years. And her interviews with or documentary with the apes or the monkeys are so excellent that it is insightful.
I see.
So it's like picking someone's brain for the whole 20 years and watching it in just an hour.
Yes, I think
That's the beauty of
It
documentaries.
is worth it.
And it's like reading a book, but someone is reading it
To you.
to you. It's
see.
more entertaining, more exciting. Yes, so that is what I do. And I love cartoons.
Yes.
Cartoons,
yes.
excellent. So
Yes.
I have not traveled anywhere in my life, but I attribute the level of my English speaking, some of it to cartoons.
Because
Because I picked up accents unknowingly
I see.
because I was watching a lot of cartoons. You know? So I feel that even though we think cartoons are for kids, they relax you. They actually give you a lot of insights. And cartoons are one of the, cartoons or animations are one of the most regulated movie making because they know you are feeding it to kids. So they regulate it so well.
Yes.
If you speak out of context, if you put any nudity, anything at all in there, they will flag it. Yes. So that's why I love that. It's wholesome entertainment.
I see. What keeps you going? What keeps this big man going?
I look at it this way. So in Ghana, I and my friends, we have this rule. We call it the 50 CD rule.
Oh, okay.
To stay in Ghana and be very okay, happy, and not stressed, you need to have 50 CD in your pocket every time. So if you have 50 CD in your pocket, you can skip traffic.
Oh, okay.
You can do, I know it's bad, but let's say you are in a very, like something that really needs your attention, and you skip. And anything happens, I don't want to mention names. Anything happens, they say, hey, young man, why are you, your 50 CDs can do everything for you. So I tell people.
I still don't get it.
Yes, it is in parables, but I'm sure a lot of
this
your
is
viewers
wrapped.
will get it. But the whole thing is get money.
Sure.
Especially when you go to the hospitals. Do an experiment. When you go to the hospital, just give the nurses 10 CD or just buy a mortar or something for them.
Are you promoting?
Right? No, I'm just saying that to facilitate.
Please, this is not from me. He's promoting bribery.
And no, it's like you are thankful for what they are doing for you.
Exactly.
Because when people see you and they say, "Oh, boss, how did you let them know that you are appreciative." So you say, "Oh, have you even?" For all you know, they haven't even eaten. Some of them are stuck there for 24 hours. Sometimes have their shift. Yeah. So you say, "Oh, I bought this malt just so you can quench water." So you that also helps because for all you know, the nurse has been on post for a long time and hasn't eaten, hasn't breaking anything. So at the end of the day, once you do that, so my motivation is get enough money in your pocket to settle everything.
I see.
Not bribery, but in the case that let's say I'm passing through and then my car scratches someone,
you'll be able to.
The person will be so apprehensive. They'll try to beat you, but immediately you pick money and you say, "How much is it?" The person calms down. The
situation is solved.
He sees the amount of money in your hand and you're asking him how much. He said, "Oh, boss, really? Wow, they buy me. You could fix it 50 CDs, but then you say, oh, take 100 CDs.
Yes.
You have actually putting yourself out of danger, and your day will be stress free.
So basically, you believe in paying your way out.
Not necessarily. I believe in letting people feel at ease around you.
Okay.
If there's money, there's a proverb say, "Sika wo fi ankwala nsu."
That is true.
That is it. If ankwala nsu na tofe wo biscuit, rice, everything is there.
Sure.
It makes life easier.
Wow. Yes. Wow, that's insightful.
So I would urge every young person to
work hard.
Use your hands, use your brains. Do not see problems as problems. See them as opportunities. Because if you solve problems for people, they pay you, they reward you. And that is what I do.
I see. So how have you been managing business? That's your very busy schedule and your family.
Okay. So we, for instance, I sort of I allocate portions of my work to other people. Okay. Most Ghanaians say, I have to see it first. I have to do it myself before I'm okay. But I do allocation so that I can have time for myself and my family. And I don't work on Sundays. I'm not religious, but I still tell people I never work on Sundays. Sundays are for family 100%. Because my kids will be in school up till Saturday, and then Sunday we are all there. Yes. Yeah. So Sunday I switch off my business phone, and then it's just family.
I love that. Not many people do that. Yes. On this note, I have a few questions, and I would love that you pick one
Okay.
and you answer. Are you a green person? Yes, I can see you.
Yes, I love green.
Okay. Can we go?
Sure.
This says, given the opportunity to represent Ghana on an international forum, what would you say to entice prospective investors to invest in the Ghanaian economy?
Okay. So that is easy. I'm looking at going to TED,
Oh, okay,
right? To
okay.
speak on TED, on
Yes,
businesses,
TED.
TED, yeah.
TED.
On Ghana in particular, promoting. So this falls in my alley
Wow.
excellently. So Ghana, I'll tell them, has one of the most viable lands ever.
I see.
We have so many water bodies around places that you can source and use that for irrigation. We have the technical expertise.
Okay.
Here is the case, we have been churning out graduates upon graduates upon graduates. So expertise is not anything.
Yeah.
And we have CSIR and all these entities now, MOFA, now being more upfront, trying to, get in that space. And recently, even Ghana Export Promotion, Ghana
Expo,
Investment Promotions is going to Europe just to do the same thing I'm saying we are going to do, like preach to people about Ghana. They are going to Finland, Denmark, and a few other places.
To solicit for
entourage,
investment?
like send business people that this is what I do, this is what Felix does, and if Felix is able to get a partnership or a market or this, he can do basically better, basically. So that along that line, you tell them about the viable lands there. Acres and acres of unexplored lands and the minerals, anything at all that can actually get them. So the people are also very friendly. Everyone knows that.
Wow.
And they love that. Security is excellent. In West Africa, we are one of the most secured countries ever. And everyone would love to be here.
I see. I see. How relevant has social media been to your business?
Social media is our business, because we get about 80% of our clients from YouTube.
I see.
And the interesting thing is that when people are watching your content on YouTube, you get paid as well.
Exactly.
We get paid for doing ads.
And also you get paid for the contract.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So which is very good. So I urge everyone to take advantage of that. We, for instance, we do videos on everything we do, the snakes, the greenhouses, the pepper, everything. And people watch that and feel so thankful that they think they are not giving enough. Now people even say, can I donate? And I say, no, you watching and sharing is more than enough.
I see.
Because they don't know that we get paid when they watch our content. And that is where we get a lot of the clients from, Ghanaians who are outside Ghana who want to invest in stuff. Yes.
Exactly. So I would want you to, on this point, leave out your contact.
Okay.
Perhaps somebody out there would love that. Maybe I know be snake be python be no person. So at this juncture, I would love that you leave your contacts out there. So look into the camera directly and tell my viewers.
Okay. So our contact numbers are 0249 234 809, 0249 234 809. Or you can check us on YouTube, Trisolace Farms, TRISOLACE Farms. I'm sure it will be under the screen for you as well. If you need commercialization of farms, if you need somewhere to invest, you need knowledge. We are the only companies that train people for free in farming and snails farming. We give you free, no strings attached. So call us. If you are a young person, like to spend days on our farm, you can come. We are at Kwewu, aside the Easter, that is. So we can give you a refuge for you to learn more about farming. So hit us up. Thank you.
Okay, you are very much welcomed, and I want you to again leave your viewers with a few words. I mean, somebody out there would want to probably one day go into what you are doing. What do you have to tell that person?
Okay. So I'd like to say there's no limitation in life.
There's no limitation.
You are a god of your own. Whatever you touch will prosper. Just put your mind to it and put in the work.
Okay.
That's all you need. look at this scenario. If you dress nicely, enter any office, do not be afraid. The only thing they can say is, gentlemen, we will not buy. Leave. No caning, no shaming. It's just, oh, today we will not buy. So do not feel pressured when you are entering someone's office or going for help. Be bold. You have age, you have intellect. Use all these things and then you make it. Yes.
Wow. And so that has been well said by the Trisoles man himself. It's been a pleasure having you, sir.
Same here.
See you another time. We definitely will visit your facility.
Fine. Excellent.
And I believe that because of you, I'll be touching some of the snakes.
Exactly.
I'll be touching snake one-on-one someday soon. I want us to know that this program has been possible courtesy some wonderful businesses and Lead Masters Event and More. Lead Masters Event and More is helping you with all of your event organization and is taking the stress off you and giving you superb work. And you can contact our travel and logistics. Our travel and logistics, you need work to do work and stay in Dubai. Our is aiding you in that regard. Our is saying that pay 15,000 and get processed within 1 month, and you go to have a good job in Dubai. We have Kentom Estate. Kentom Estate is helping with all of your estate needs. You need a single room, full house, whatever your housing need is, Kentom is in to help you with that. And again, we have Lead Masters Properties and More. Lead Masters Property is also into property rentals. You want a single room rental for a 2-year period, a 3-year, 4-year period, whatever your need be. Furnished apartment rental for short-term and long-term stay, luxurious apartments in Kumasi and in Accra, right here in Ghana. Lead Masters Property will aid you in that regard. Just call them on 0556 142 174. I repeat the number, 0556 142174, and they are good to do business with you. They say your business with them is iconic. You need a voiceover commercial for your business. You need an advert to put your business on the internet, on TV, wherever, on the radio. Western Sound is in to help you with all of that. Stress yourself no more. Just call them on same number at 0556 142 174, and they will get this done neatly for you. Thank you for doing the watch, and catch you next week on same program. It's been the Hustler's Diary. Shalom. Bye-bye.